So I use the 80-20 rule on steroids, basically. If I'm trying to learn something completely new that I do.
Which of these animals is not used as a symbol or logo or name in the data industry? Uh, Option A, elephant. Option B, dolphin. Option C, unicorn. Option D, panda. Yep, then let's get into section two. The common point between you guys, content creation or what to say, uh, posting on LinkedIn, and yeah, it's basically you're trying to give back to the community. I'm obviously I know the answer is going to be like you're going to help people and stuff. Yeah, that's the reason you're going to give. But the question is, what's the selfish reason that you're doing this? Like you could have chilled, went for a movie, just party, and just you could have spent your time on doing anything else. But why content creation?
I have
So I
two
think it
reasons for
makes
that.
it
You go
okay.
first. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I think it makes it easy to not need a proof of work. If I'm already talking about something day in and day out, if somebody comes to my profile, they know that I know analytics, right? So I think that's the selfish reason. I think it helps in three ways. One is the manager or the recruiter would see it and be like, oh, this guy knows analytics. Two is my peers, which is you guys. You would come in and see that, oh, he talks about analytics, and we should probably have a coffee chat or something around what each of us does. So that's two, which helps in networking straight away. And three is if I actually do want to go into mentorship long term, if somebody who is younger than me in the analytics field sees that I'm talking about this, then they would be more ready to talk to me and get guidance from me. So I think like these three are the most like again like the term you use, selfish reasons to write to post more content on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and just a disclaimer for people who are watching. Like you can see that I just proved that he's a content creator. I never sent him this question. He came up with 3 points in one of them. I'm not sure. Maybe for the next YouTube video, I should check with him for a script, I guess.
Not only now, even for the previous question, he answered with 3 points. Number one, number two, number three. It's like he was ready for everything. Like Chat GPT, you get answers, right?
It's pre-trained. Okay. Coming to my two reasons, my first selfish reason would be when I was looking for a job. Many people like didn't accept my request even after adding the customized note, and then they didn't give me time. But then once I started creating content, most people accept my request and then they give their time to me. Like say who's been in the field more than me, like say who's been a director or vice president or like even a normal employee of a company. Many I didn't get time from many people when I was looking for job. But once I started creating content and once I started being active, it changed. So that's one selfish reason that I'm consistent. And then the second reason would be I help a lot of graduates, like international students, especially when they are pursuing their masters, and then like what should they do doing during their masters, or like how do they get jobs, or how to make the resume perfect, or like not perfect but then it is friendly, or like what are the changes. So I guide them on TopNet. One it started as helping them, but then as time flew, I found out that let's say I'm helping these 100 people this month. So by the time uh, I need a job in future, these 100 people would have a job by then for sure. So I can go to those 100 people and get a referral directly because I've helped them. The probability of them helping me is way more than a stranger helping me. So two selfish reasons.
Yeah, that looks like a long-term play from Sai. That's amazing to hear.
So why I got into content creation is it's very, very self-esteem. In case I wanted to monetize the audience, what I have, like the community which I'm building, if I can make money online using the audience that I'm building with the content I'm creating, I would certainly like to do that. Obviously, we cannot do that on H1B. That's illegal. But in case I have the opportunity to do that, I'm ready to move out of the country. Because I see there's a lot of potential in building an online community and making money online. So that's the reason I started YouTube as well, and also now I'm getting into LinkedIn as well. So that's probably the most important reasons.
Yeah, I think like all the points you touched upon make sense. And one thing I want to add is like communication skills as well. Like if I write every day or like not every day, but every weekend as well, if I'm writing 3 or 4 posts, if I'm creating videos, it's helping me getting better at speaking. It's helping me write better. So I think that's also one of the big reasons I wanted to create more content.
There's
And
always
also like
learning.
fulfillment. And also it's like fulfilling, like when you're creating content and people are reacting to the content, they're liking it, they're commenting it, you get some kind of happiness, like, or some kind of fulfillment within you, which your daytime job doesn't do. So probably that's another reason which you can think of.
Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
messages we get that like that post have been helpful, or like we got a call because you commenting for reach on this post, or we got to connect with this recruiter. Those will make our day. But the work we do at the original work might not make us happy until we make some money at work. But then these small things or small messages will make my day for sure.
Exactly.
So for me, like when you guys were answering and I was thinking a lot. Uh, like uh, like honestly, like for me I would say fame, but like and like I don't know like if I should say or not, and sometimes I don't care like if people they are reacting on my post, if they are commenting on my post. And the other thing that I would say like that really I am really selfish about that is my communication skills. That I am like I don't know like if I am having a really bad experience, so how to uh, how to like I would say like how to reply, like in a corporate where I am working, like how to reply them. Like if someone is like uh, telling me to do this thing, like something is like that corporate level work that happens. So like I am learning these kind of stuff. Like I had like a really bad experience, and then I wrote the whole post that I actually wanted to write. Then I rephrased the whole thing. I would say that I am selfish about that.
Yeah, those were just some honest answers from you guys. Like money, fame. I didn't expect that you'll say all these things, but yeah, and it's true, right? Obviously, like helping people, like it's there, and then you would have imagined, um, someone should have told me this, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons that you started doing this. And also like I have an interesting question. We got, which is how to overcome creative block as a content creator. And to add a sub question on top of this, um, so I'm pretty sure you would say if someone wants to become a content creator, let's say most probably people gonna watch this are like data analytics aspirants. They might be watching this. So I'm pretty sure if I ask the question, would you suggest them to do the same, like post content on LinkedIn? I'm pretty sure you'll say yes. If it's no, let me know. But if you say yes, how do you tackle this creative block? You guys are already making content, and there are a lot of things which is already online. Then what's the point of them getting into this? And and same question for you, right? You have already posted about a lot of things online. What's the point of posting about it tomorrow? Like how do you come up with like new creative ideas?
I will go first with that question.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say like uh, everybody is facing same experience, right? But I would say like my way of writing is little different, and size way is writing a little different. Sandeep is little different. So like I do believe in that part. Like when I was a kid, right? So like my elders, like my brother or like my cousins, they were used to tell me like, hey, don't do this thing, right? Because they were telling me because of their experience, and I was not listening to them. As soon as I grow up and then I experienced that, then I thought like, okay, I should have listened to them, sometime one person like saying clicks your mind and you start working on that. So like when I was at Amazon, I was not having big plans for my future, and I was like, okay, so I will work here, like I don't know like how many years, but I will work as a data analyst at Amazon. Amazon is a big name. So then I watched one person's video on YouTube. During my lunch, I was scrolling my YouTube, and then I saw the video, and then I watched that video. Through that, like I thought, like, okay, now I should apply for business intelligence engineer. I should be data engineer. I should go for data scientist. But before that, like I was not having any big plans. But now, if you ask me what you will do for the future or like what your goals are, so I am clear about that. But before that, I was not clear. And like I heard a lot of stories from people like they have their plans, they have their big goals, or like they have their like a big motivation in their life. But I would say like that those things were not clicking my mind. And I watched just 1% video, and I am 100% sure like a lot of other people, they are creating same content on YouTube. But that 1% saying click my mind, and now I am here.
So I think like to answer your like creators block question, I think um it's about like you're learning something new every day. Like if you're not, then you should. So whatever new you're learning, I think you can post about that. And also like whatever experiences you have, like he like Owen already mentioned, that you can talk about those as well, because there's always somebody who is not as far as you have come. So there's always somebody who's a little behind. So you can always talk about those experiences, uh, and then obviously help that person get better at what they do. So yeah, I mean, just talk about your experiences and talk about the things that you're learning every day. I think that should help you get better and get over that creator's block that you asked.
So I would recommend anyone to create content when they're entering the field, because it's gonna help them. Like in one way, the content is already available online. Let's say we are making video on one topic, it's already available on another channel for sure. So what happens is that in if we see it, look at it in one way, you are telling the world that you know this. But if you hadn't made that post on say sequel, like a topic on difference between where and having on sequel, if you hadn't made that post, the world wouldn't know that you know this. It might be repeated, but then everyone knows this. So when you are active, you your audience, or like the people who watch, like say recruiters or hiring manager, they wouldn't have known that you knew SQL if you hadn't made that post. There's a new person that sees your post every day for sure. So the content might be available, but then not everyone sees the, like if there's an article, not the 7 billion people in the world will see it, but different set of people will see it. So it's for the world, for like you need to know about your audience, and then the audience need to know about you. And that's so because and learning, so it's always there, like you have to learn new things every day, as Ayush mentioned for sure. Like if not, you should. So
So one note on repetitive content, right? I think a lot of it helps as a great reminder to somebody who's reading. Because even for me, when I go through LinkedIn, obviously there are quite a few things that I would already know, but there are a few, like, even SQL basic concepts. It's a good refresher, it's a good reminder for me to read that again and again. If I see the same content 2 months down the line, I may have forgotten, but at the same time, it did bring that back in my memory, right? It refreshed my memory. So I think you should not worry that much about repetition. It will help people for sure.
Yeah, I would like to add, but probably I might be repeating what the others told. So taking a context out of own, right? So why you want to make content and those kind of stuff? Because for that, right? So everyone has something unique to offer. Probably that's what he mentioned as well. Because we all have a different lens, right? How we look at the world. We have our own experiences and the struggles we went through. So our thought process is always going to be different. So if you can add some bit of uniqueness to whatever post you're creating, like I saw Sai's post, he's adding a bit of humor. That's his touch. I have not checked out much of Ayush now, but I'm sure everyone has some unique quality to add to the post they're making, and that will certainly resonate with a certain people, a certain audience who would like to follow you. That uniqueness or personal touch, that's going to make you stand out from the crowd. Even if you think that you're repeating the content, try to add a bit of uniqueness or your unique quality or personal touch based on your journeys and everything. That will in turn make the content unique. That's not going to be repetitive because you're adding a bit of uniqueness. So that's one thing. And how to avoid a creator's block? I myself am struggling with this actually. So if I'm running out of ideas, or if I don't know what to post about or what kind of media I want to make, then I just try to draft some topics, random topics. I just take out some Google Doc or something. I just draft out some topics, and then I'll try to use ChatGPT or something to help me refine the ideas, or if I want to get more ideas or refine the topics, what I want to post about. So that I just use them as an assistant, and then once I get a proper idea that I can write about or make a video about, that's when I start improvising that or building out of it. So I think writer's block, everyone has to go through that because we just run out of ideas. But now with the AI tools, I think it's a big lifesaver for all of us. We can certainly leverage those stuff and get out of this writer's block.
So yeah, so sometime I think like let's say like after 20 years, like our new generation will come. So then what kind of content they will create? Or like what kind of skills they will learn? Like do they will learn like SQL like we are learning right now? Or like they will learn something different? So like then I think about myself, like back in like 10 years back, like there was Excel, and after 10 years we are still using Excel, and maybe after like next 10 years we will still use Excel. So like it is something that that is always helpful for everyone.
Oh, great, great. Then I think we can go to the last section of this roundtable. So we're going to talk about the future trends of data analytics in industry, what you're seeing or what you're like experiencing right now. Again, before going to the section, let's play one more game. This time we also play a game, and also I have some trivia questions for you guys. Just like no pressure, just it's gonna be fun.
Now
And
you're
and
testing our IQ skills. IQ level.
it's
I
not
mean,
even about IQ, I would say. Just random questions.
I mean,
So
is this an interview? I didn't get the memo.
yeah, like
We need job
yeah,
description.
yeah. This is like a mafia. Like recruiters contacted me to find the best analyst, and I'm interviewing them like this. And so yeah, let's go with trivia first.
So you would
If
know the
you
answer.
Wait, just give me a second. Let me just start ChatGPT.
No, you can't cheat. You can't cheat.
so ChatGPT gave me the question, so it should know
So
the
then
answer. I
you know
guess.
the answer.
Yeah. So the first question is, what was the original use of the term bug in computing? You call it like bug, right? What was the original term? I give you options. Don't worry. Option A, a software virus. Option B, a programming error. Option C, a literal insect found inside the machine causing a problem.
Option C. Sorry. Option C.
Yeah,
I go for option C.
I could have added one more option to it. So yeah, but yeah, that's right. Like this is more than a trivia. This was a fun fact that I saw. The term bug was became popular in computing after like Grace Hopper discovered a moth causing errors inside the computer. So that's how they came up with the term bug.
Okay.
And
there's a reason none of us wanted to be software developers. So
yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, second question. Um, which country has the most data centers in the world? Like as of the recent reports. Option A, US. Option B, China. Option C, Iceland.
China. Be China.
Yeah,
Yeah, to raise your hands.
Iceland is a pretty small country, right? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
thought
I,
I
I
think
would
it's
have
China.
going
I would
to
have
give
guessed India
option.
or China, but he didn't give India as an
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, I was expecting India
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
the population, but now that China is second.
Yeah, but none of you guys are correct. It's US. So as of
Okay,
March
wow.
2024, there were 5,381 data centers in US. So that
You
that is a
didn't
non
mention
top.
the
What?
year.
That's less than.
You didn't
Sorry.
mention the year.
I mean, as of the recent report, as of March 2024 report,
You're
it's
saying
US.
so you're saying China has less than 5,300 data centers?
Yeah,
Data
that's what I found
centers.
online. Yeah, yeah, data centers.
I heard as
That
data
is,
scientist.
you said data scientist, right? Like, sorry, what?
Oh, it's
That's
data
what I
data
heard too.
centers. Sorry. Yeah.
Data
I don't.
centers.
Even I heard data scientist. Sorry.
We all
All of us,
data
all of us,
scientists.
yeah,
Okay.
all of us heard data scientist.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
put
My
population
accent. Yeah.
picture.
Yeah, I mean, actually, like, I mean, to be very, very honest, even then I would have guessed China, but never mind. Like,
Okay. This one is an easy one. So keep your hands ready. Um, which of these animals is not used as a symbol or logo or name in the data industry? Uh, Option A, elephant. Option B, dolphin. Option C, unicorn. Option D, panda. Yeah.
Dolphin. I mean, that's
where,
my guess.
where
Sorry.
is elephant?
C, option C.
Elephant. I don't know. Elephant in the room or something. We just talked about that, right? Isn't that a data term?
Option C. Elephant is used.
I thought it's a data term.
I'm not wrong. Elephant is used for Hadoop.
Oh,
Right.
It's used for
Yeah.
Yeah.
that Docker. Dolphin is
Oh,
used,
yeah. Yeah,
and
I
panda
mean, I
is
was
use
confused.
pandas. So like option 3, option C.
Yeah, it is option C, unicorn. And what, like, dolphin is in MySQL. You guys work on SQL, right?
Dolphin, I was sure. Like, I think, like, elephant,
MySQL was
I,
like B was out of option.
Mm.
elephant and panda, sorry, dolphin and panda was, like, I think, pretty obvious.
I thought like Dolphin they used they have a Docker icon for Dolphin. Like I got right answer.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good.
great.
I
Yeah,
mean, he won the game. He got the right answer. I think he's
he
putting it out of the. You're gonna get picked.
he
I mean,
won twice,
whatever.
right?
Yeah, whatever interview Hari's conducting,
Yeah.
I think.
So what kind of gift card are you gonna give Hari? Or to some kind of
yeah.
gift card.
Of course.
$100 Amazon gift card.
So yeah, before going to the last section, let's play one more imposter, find the imposter game, and we can wrap it up with the last section talking about the future trends. Yeah. So if the category is still gonna be in like a data field, something related to data can be a person, people, tool, or something. Yeah, if you can start. And also don't make it obvious. Just make it like difficult so that the other person can't get it.
Math.
It is a math
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said math.
person.
Pretending.
It's
You
going
said,
into some pretty. It's not English game, right? Something.
you said pretending.
Like uh
What?
Yeah. I think Sai has some insider clues, I guess.
Yeah. So Sai, you said pretending, right?
yeah.
Okay. Stats.
Is it only me or everybody's confused right now?
I'm totally confused now. Sorry.
Same.
Good. It's all random now.
Yeah.
You're making it generic.
I think Hari's playing at this point. We are not.
Ah,
You guys are like can't come up with clues, I guess. Yeah, it is difficult.
I would say own.
oh,
Oh
do you want to go for another round or?
no, you can go. Oh, you're calling him on. I thought his clue is on.
No. My clue is on.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
Sandeep is thinking so much for like even the last round and this round.
Actor. actor, acting.
This is getting out of hand.
Cheating.
Oh no! He's trying to come up with all the synonyms
I
of
think
pretending.
Yeah.
I think at this point all four are the imposters.
I don't think that's possible.
I think I'm telling you, Hari's playing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn, right? Cricketer?
Oh yeah, it's him again.
It's down.
It's
It's down.
Yeah,
it's on. It's on.
You want to defend yourself now?
yeah. Cricketer was a bad one.
I didn't know it.
We three were thinking for long. Like we took a lot of time to give a clue, but then he didn't take a lot of time.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, yeah, Ayush was clever enough to find all four were the imposters in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I messaged him like, "What do I start with if I am the imposter? What is the word?" So I just said something random.
Yeah, cool. Then let dive into the last section of this roundtable. So this is an important thing: future of data analytics, and I'm pretty sure like you are exploring what the future is gonna be. So the obvious question that is, will AI replace you guys? Because if I go to ChatGPT, give a data and ask a question, it can create charts, it can write SQL queries. It can understand the data and explain what the data is about. Basically, an advanced version of yourself. So, are you scared that AI is going to replace your jobs, or what do you think?
I
AI
think
might not
go ahead, go
replace
ahead.
us, but then a person using AI will replace us for sure. And when it comes to like say you can upload a data set and then it can answer a few questions, but then when it comes to you having that human touch, I still required like say when you're dealing with hundreds of tables and then right now it can join 100 but then it might not make sense out of like these couple of hundreds of tables and then getting fields from different things. So the human touch will it can never learn how a human thinks, but then it can think far better than us. But then when you come to analyzing the outcome of a business, so only humans can do that. But there are jobs that can be replaced by AI, but not the data analyst jobs. But if it's an entry level role or if it's they just have to do data entry or something like that, I think they're already getting replaced. But then if you're doing something that needs a human touch in the job, it might be difficult. But it's always good to be updated and then get into data engineering or data science, because I'm sure it might be difficult to replace data engineer or data scientist when you compare with a data analyst. I mean, that's also depends on the data you deal with, and then that's again a controversy topic. I understand, but then it'll only make our work easier when you use AI at work. So it might not replace, but then a person using it might replace.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That's what I would also say, especially about making us more efficient at what we do. I think that's where it counts, because even now, like sometimes when I want to look up syntax quickly or I want to search for a particular error, uh, I end up actually searching the same on ChatGPT. I don't even need to Google anymore. So I think it's made my life and my work a little bit more efficient as well. So again, as I said, it's about uh, trying these new things and being updated with all these new technologies that are coming up.
So to counter like your argument, like both of you, um, so Sai said like data entry jobs are being replaced, like but data analyst jobs not gonna go. I feel data entry jobs are like have been replaced long back when programming was a thing. Like when you can code, you can technically a data entry job is nothing, right? It could have been done automatically. So, but right now, the special part about AI is uh, mimicking the human touch. So I wouldn't say, technically we can't say human touch is not there, right? The whole purpose of AI is mimicking what human could do. So which means, how do you think you can compete with AI? Like, you said you're going to use AI, obviously, which means you're dependent on AI over here. So in that case, like, how do you think you can compete? Like, let's say, 5 years from now, obviously, there's going to be a way better model than ChatGPT, like GPT-4 today. So if I have to hire like one of you guys, uh, rather than just using GPT-4 or 5 and getting an answer from it, and that's how it works, right? You let's say you're working for a data analytics team. Some other stakeholder hired you to do the job because they don't know how to do. But let's say ChatGPT, like GPT-10 is out, which means I don't think they'll doubt that they can't do it. They'll upload the data and they can do it. And even right now, AI agents can find make decisions. So in between, it can find the errors. It can technically they could do decision making. If that's the case, like, would you still suggest people to become a data analyst? Or like if yes, like how do you cope up with it?
I mean, again, you're posing it as a competition, which is not very
Mm-hmm,
fair because,
mm-hmm,
as we mentioned, that it's about making you using the tool to make us more efficient at what we do, and if if there's GPT-10, then even we would be upgraded to using that particular tool. So I don't think it's about competition. It's about adapting to the new tech and getting updated yourself as well.
okay.
So not sure if the question is the best one about how will you compete
Mm-hmm.
with AI.
No, yeah. So yeah, maybe yeah. I didn't mention like compete. The intention was, let's say a stakeholder. What would be the reason that they come to you instead of trying that themselves using an AI like as a tool? They don't need any technical expertise to use AI, right?
Oh, you do.
Probably.
I think you do need to know how to prompt. You
Mm-hmm,
do need to know because if you don't give the correct constraints, because it's not very straightforward as uploading a data set and telling that, oh, tell me the
Get
highest
me
sales in
this.
quarter X or quarter Y, or tell me why the sales went down or stuff like that. It's not that simple because there are so many different constraints in the problems that you have. The problems are so vague. It's not that easy to just come in and say that just upload the data set and be like, let me know this, this, and this.
mm-hmm,
So I think when the data set is too big, it's difficult for the stakeholder to trust 100% of the insight that the model is giving, that GPT-10 that you're saying. It's
mm-hmm,
difficult, like at least now it's difficult. Maybe 10 years from now it could be a little bit easier, but
mm-hmm,
imagine like giving petabytes of data and just trusting what the AI gave as the output, as compared to giving it to a human and being like, I have 5 to 6 constraints that I want to check out, and I want to do X, I want to do Y, I want to do Z. What is the best? So I think in that sense, it will be better to have an actual person as compared
mm-hmm.
to an AI.
Okay. And you mentioned like you use AI tool as a friend to upgrade yourself and like do that. So I want to ask, like, you all mentioned Excel, like SQL, Tableau, Power BI, the basic things. Like I'm just curious, do you guys use any like hidden gems of like tools or technologies which like a normal data analyst won't use, or like normal developer or anyone like don't use, but you use it, which is really helpful? If you could share what tool or something like that, we could share it with everyone.
So I don't have a tool, like I just
Hmm.
use like chat GPT in a certain way. Not
Hmm.
sure if it's not heard of or something. So I use the 80-20 rule on steroids basically. If I'm trying to learn something completely new that I do not know, I would say something like, for example, I just want to know about A/B testing. tell me 20% of about A/B testing that will help me do 80% of the work.
80%.
So if I just type that, it gives me like 10 different things. Then from those 10 different things, I would deep dive into each point using the same sentence. So using the same prompt, I'll keep diving into that subject. So that's how I am building my knowledge on A/B testing from the ground up. So yeah, that is just one example that I sometimes use to start something when I want to start something from scratch.
That's an interesting way to learn.
Yep. Like again, as they said, both of them, Sai and Ayush, uh, I do believe there is AI can't replace the data analyst. The person who will replace, who knows how to communicate with any AI tool. It doesn't matter. It's a Chat GPT, Bard, Claude, or there are a lot of other tools. The real example is if you guys remember, back in 90s, so when actors, they have to shoot um, a video, they go with the helicopter and the cameraman with them. So now they can do with the drone cameras, right? So the only person who replaced them, that is who knows how to fly the drone. So again, how do you give the command to ChatGPT to get the answer? And the other thing that I wanted to add, like today, I do know a lot of people, they were not aware of ChatGPT, so they don't know about tech. I will not say they are zero, but they don't know about a lot about tech. So there will be after 5 years, there will be still those kind of people. Maybe not much, but still there will be people who who doesn't know how I can get done my work from ChatGPT or any other AI tool. So that's my my opinion. Maybe I am wrong, maybe I am right. So that's how I think.
I think the best answer is time will tell.
Yeah.
Yes. Got a time travel
So
check if it's actually
yeah,
replacing or not.
so to Hari, to just answer, right? So I don't think we can never be sure at this point. That's what everyone is saying, right? We cannot be sure at this point, but probably we are safe for the next 5 or 10 years. We can be sure about that. But then again, to to keep our job safe, uh, right? We have to again. It'll be like I'm repeating everything, but that creative element and that human touch, the trustability factor, what human beings give, right? That I don't think AI can do at this point, because again, when you go to ChatGPT, there's still a lot of garbage or a lot of junk data coming out of it. So we cannot entirely trust the AI. So at this point, at least, so we certainly need human beings. It's like you have Tesla, which can drive on their own without any drivers. So we cannot say that drivers are all going to be out of jobs or everything. So drivers are still going to exist. Automatic cars are still going to exist, but it's just like the percentage or the number of data analysts or the percentage of data analysts can come down in the future, but they will not be eliminated completely. We still need skilled data analysts to drive the companies and everything. It's just like the ratios and proportions will differ.
And also to add that, let's say if 10 years from now you have GPT 10 or 15 or 20, but then do you think finance companies or healthcare companies would be okay to upload SSNs or sensitive data into a GPT model? That's one way to think. No company would risk leaking. I mean, the privacy concerns might decrease for sure, but even if there's 0.1 point, not 1% of chance of leaking the data, companies could they need to go underground for sure. So I don't think companies would trust an AI tool, or say even if it's secured in 100 ways possible, they might not trust with uploading SSNs or say any sensitive data.
Yep.
So that's one
I
way
agree
to
with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
That's a big issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why development of local models, like small models, are in hype right now. I think they'll like tackle that in 1 or 2 years. I feel that might be local models which can perform better than GPT-4, today's GPT-4. So I personally feel that's not going to be an issue. But yeah, other
Not
than
every
that,
company can afford a local model.
yeah, that's true. Hmm.
And also GPT-5 is coming
Yep.
very soon.
Yeah. Today's Twitter. So did you guys see the hype? Like a rumor, I guess. So there is a new model which got circulated called GPT-2 chatbot, and even Sam Altman came and like a poster on Twitter saying that I have a soft corner for GPT-2. So people are not sure like what is this GPT-2. It could be the older version of GPT, or maybe a version 2 of ChatGPT that they are working on, because people get to try that GPT-2 chatbot in the morning. Now they like exclude like reach the limit, like they can do that. So that's why it is not available right now. But in the morning, people tried and people are saying that it's performing as equal as GPT-4, if not better. And that sounds interesting. I'm not sure whether it's just a rumor. People are calling it this is the GPT 4.5 or 5. And I'm
Suspense.
not sure whether it's just a rumor or maybe it's a real thing.
We'll find out.
Yeah, and really,
And
really, like, thank you so much, guys, for your time. I know, like, I consumed like 2 hours of your time, and I'm pretty sure we've touched upon some things which are not discussed in like a lot of LinkedIn or YouTube videos before, because it's your personal stories here. And thanks for sharing everything. And if you guys have any final thoughts that you want to tell, you can use this.
You can end the recording, and then I am going to say another thing.